So, the Star-Spangled Banner, the National Anthem. There are a lot of people that want to be able to sing this song. Most of my students come in and at some point they ask that we work on the song because they want to be able to perform it. It's a great thing to have prepared and in your repertoire because there are many opportunities that singers get to sing the Star-Spangled Banner, and it's a great opportunity for exposure. It's a great opportunity for you to make some dough, and it's a good thing to have ready. And you want to have it ready before you're asked so that you're not under the gun to try to polish up this song and make it performance ready. It is, however, a song that many people find is particularly challenging, and there are a few reasons for that. So we're going to talk about that today, and hopefully this will help you with the song. All right, so the first and most obvious reason that the song is difficult is that it has a very wide range. It has a 20-note range, which means that you need to be able to sing the very low notes with confidence and resonance and still be able to hit the high notes without cracking and breaking or going into an overly airy voice on the top. The song was originally written in B-flat major, and that may be too low for some women or too high for some men to be able to sing all the notes within the range of that song. And so one of the most important things you need to do when you're considering singing this song is finding the right key. You need to find a key where you can sing the low notes and still be able to hit the high notes. So that's going to take just several repetitions of trying it a half step lower, half step higher, until you find the key for you. There are people that feel that it's okay for them to just switch the key in the middle of the song, and it's not okay. The thing to remember is this is a song everybody knows, and they know it well and they know how it goes. So everyone is very well aware that you've changed the key in the middle of the song. It is typically performed a cappella, and so as a result, there's that option that you could do it, but it's not a good one, and it's not one that you want to be able, to sing this song through the correct way. And if you're not yet capable, or if your range is not wide enough to be able to manage that, then this just isn't a song for you. And it's not the end of the world, it's just you're not someone that should be performing the Star-Spangled Banner. There are plenty of songs that are not for everyone. So keep that in mind. But in the meantime, we'll go back to the fact that you want to be able to check the key. And not only do you want to make sure you work it out in the right key so you can do this, but you want to be sure that when you start the song in the correct key. And since it is a cappella typically, that means that you'll want to have a pitch pipe or a recording an app on your phone. You could even just record your start note on your phone and play it back to yourself just before you sing so that you know you're starting on the right note and you'll be able to hit the top note and the bottom note with no trouble. In addition to the 20-note range, it's become fairly commonplace for singers to jump up to the fifth above the high note on free as well. So that would give it an even, 25-note range. And so that adds to the challenge. But starting out in the right key is the number one most important thing you need to do. All right, so another issue has to do with tone. Because of the very wide range of the song, often people find that as they approach the higher end of the song on the Rockets' Red Glare, and as they get toward the end of the song and they're singing free, they find that the tone starts to change. Now, frequently, this is a result of not carrying the breath all the way forward and out of your mouth. So as you ascend in pitch and you get higher in that part of the song, if you allow the breath to fall back in your mouth instead of projecting it all the way forward with those vibrations, really hitting your teeth and out of your mouth, you're going to find that the tone changes dramatically. So carrying your breath forward is an important thing you need to do with your technique, regardless of whether you're singing the Star-Spangled Banner or any other song, or even on the low end. But it's going to be very obvious in this song when you go to those higher parts of the song if you don't continue to project it forward on those higher parts. So if you're finding that the tone is changing, that's very likely one of your reasons. Now, in particular, when you get to the end of the song and you sing the word free, it's really important that you have the correct mouth position for that E vowel so that the E doesn't get stuck in your nasal cavity or in your sinuses or other places that you don't want it, and it really rings out, which means you really need to work on your pronunciation of the vowel, work your mouth positions, and make sure your mouth is open enough with enough breath pressure to really carry that breath all the way forward on that E. So another common issue that people have with this song is remembering the lyrics. There are many people that have great difficulty remembering the lyrics, and there are several incidences which I'm sure you can find online of celebrity singers who've very embarrassingly forgotten the lyrics while they're performing. This is something that audiences are very unforgiving about. They really will heavily ridicule you if you forget the lyrics to this song. So you want to make sure that you've really spent your time memorizing the lyrics and that you know them well. What you need to be appreciative of is that we only sing the first verse. There are actually 4 verses. And if you find that the lyrics in this first verse are challenging, you really need to take a look at the other verses. And you'd see that you're very fortunate to only have to sing the first verse. I actually am going to have a download available of the full song, so I'm hoping to get a card up on this video. If it's not there, feel free to email me at Dominique at bangonrecords.com, and I'll be happy to send you the full version of the song with all the lyrics, if you're interested in seeing that. In any event, we only have to sing the first part. But what I think is most helpful in memorizing lyrics in general for any song is to really have a clear understanding of what the song is about. And I've addressed this in another video about remembering lyrics, but this song in particular has a lot of history to it. This song is not just sort of a song that someone sat down to write because they felt patriotic. This song was written by Francis Scott Key because he witnessed during the battle for Baltimore Harbor during the War of 1812, this battle, which it looked as if the Americans weren't going to survive, as if we as a country would not have been able to continue. He was a lawyer who was aboard a British ship trying to negotiate for the release of certain prisoners when he discovered that the British were preparing to attack Fort McHenry in Baltimore Harbor, from Baltimore Harbor with their ships. And as a result, they wouldn't allow him to leave because he had this knowledge and information that he could then share with the Americans or with us. So he was forced to just sit and watch this bombardment occur. And, you know, I'll say we, even though I obviously am not that old, were not really prepared for this and really outgunned. Fort McHenry really was sort of a sitting target, and all through the night the bombardment continued from Baltimore Harbor, and he watched this with real concern that we wouldn't have a country left. At the time, the flag had only 15 stars, was flying over the fort, and he watched that as the bombs burst over the fort, as it continued to be bombed all through the night. For 25 hours this went on. And at the end of this period of time, his relief to see the flag was still waving over the fort and that we'd still held the fort after all of that, the bombardment, was so emotional and so powerful for him that he then wrote this as a poem. And a week later, it was then published publicly in a magazine. A short time after that, it was set to the music, which was a song that was written some 50 years prior to that, and was commonly used for a number of songs. That melody, people sang a lot of sort of patriotic and pub songs, sing-along songs to that melody. And after these two were fused together, it became the melody for the Star-Spangled Banner. So it has a lot of history to it. It's a powerful and emotional song for the time. And when you think about it, it kind of makes you feel patriotic too. So singing that song and thinking about what occurred at the time, I think is going to help you really connect to the lyric and remember the lyrics. All right, and so finally, one of the other big challenges is the singing style. You know, since the song is sung a cappella typically, it leaves you a lot of latitude around making this song something that you can sing with sincerity, making it your own, which means that you should sing it in a style that is true to your style and true to your genre, as opposed to trying to emulate other people you've heard singing the song or another way that you've heard someone sing the song. And the truer it is to you and your voice, the more powerful it's going to be and the more feeling it has. It allows you to alter the tempo. It allows you to just sort of shift the feel of the song to something that's really true to you. And it's going to be meaningful and feel like something to your audience. Now, having said that, be careful. There are a lot of people who really overly embellish the song with grace notes, hold it for very long sustains, and that's become even somewhat of a joke. There's a lead sheet that's very amusing, that's sort of a meme that was put up online that pokes fun at this. You want to be cautious not to over embellish the song beyond your ability to even sing it, which I've heard done too many times. So really focus on making it sincere, making it genuine, making a song you feel, make it true to yourself. You can take your time, you can sing it quickly, you can sing it slowly, but make it something real and not something that is you're trying to copy, or something that becomes actually just a caricature of the song. So while the Star-Spangled Banner is a really great song to have as part of your repertoire, to have on the ready, to be able to perform, you want to make sure that you really have mastered it, both in your technique as well as the song itself and the way you're going to perform the song before you go out and do it. It's not a song that you want to try to wing. It's not going to work. So really work hard at it. It's worth every moment of time you give it. You'll have opportunities throughout your entire life to sing this song, so it's worth really getting it right. And if this helped you, please, I'd love to hear your version. If you want to post that, if you want to post a link to your version of the song in the comments below, let us know. Or if you're up on YouTube, that'd be great. And again, don't forget, I have the full version of the song for you, of the lyrics, if you'd like to see that. So you can go ahead and email me. In the meantime, please like it, comment, share it with your friends. Join us on Facebook and Instagram, and subscribe to this channel. And we'll see you next time.